Hi folks, welcome to Coffee with John. It is, what is it today? It's Tuesday, the last day of the year. And we're on 1 John chapter 3, verse 9, just a wee thought for you today. No one who is born of God will continue to sin because God's seed remains in them. They cannot go on sinning because they've been born of God. Now that's going back to verse 6. No one who lives in him keeps on sinning. No one who continues to sin has either seen him or known him. So, what does this mean? Now, we've already seen that it cannot mean that a Christian never sins, because John has said earlier in chapter 1 that if you say you have no sin, you're lying. So that's not what he's saying. Well, what's he saying? He's saying that, as we saw yesterday, Christ came to destroy the devil's work. And there's a seed planted in us. When we become Christians, there's a seed planted in us which works to destroy the evil within our lives. I think the RSV has it, God's nature abides in him. I think, as we wrestle with this one and try and work this one through, I think this is really important. Let's say you've got somebody who's got a really bad temper and they become a Christian. Does he still lose his temper? Yes. But is that temper tempered? Yes. And is there improvement in his behaviour? Yes. And if there isn't, then you really do have to question whether they really are a Christian. I think there are many other things as well that we genuinely need to ask ourselves if we are growing in holiness. So I think there's a warning here in verse 9, isn't there, that there's no one who's born of God will continue to sin. But I think there's also an encouragement saying, do you know God's going to continue to root that out? He's implanted something within you which works within you and causes you actually to be distressed about sin and causes you to fight against it. I think I'm far more concerned about Christians who are not aware of sin than Christians who sometimes seem to be overwhelmed by it. We are in a house here. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we're in a house that's got solar panels. And these solar panels are connected to electricity. And from that electricity, we have air conditioning, and we have fans, and I can charge up my electric bike. And if we had an electric car, we could charge that up as well. And I think that's a little bit like the Christian life. I think the Christian life is one where God plants within us a source of power, and we are able to draw from that power to deal with sin. As I say, it's not saying that we are sinless, but it is saying there's a principle of life within us which enables us to combat and to deal with sin. I hope, well, for me, that's quite an encouraging thought as we come to the end of the year. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, have a happy new year. Bye.